Football Uncut.
On today's fresh episode, we shall be talking about that football club that is on the lips of almost everybody right about now. Talking about them, the guys from the blue side of London. Yes, talking about Chelsea, our football club. And of course, we are also going to be remaining in London, where we shall be talking about the Gunners. Finally, the Gunners are into full action in the transfer market. It's Football Uncut podcast, your usual, your regular, fantastic, interesting, exciting football podcast on the social media platform. My name hasn't changed. I am Samo Sport. Have you seen his face already? My nigga, my guy. Yes, my partner in crime.
Of Chelsea.
How you did? I know say na get bragging right now.
Oh no, every time I read the Chelsea fan, and like this our hands supposed to be.
Ọ̀sẹ̀ ìgbéraga lẹ́wà, àsìkò ìgbéraga lẹ́wà, oṣù ìgbéraga lẹ́wà, until the start of next season.
Keep the hype coming, keep the hype, I beg.
I know say na shoulder pad dey high now.
You know easy now. PSG ó gba mẹ́ta sódò ló gba.
Almighty PSG.
Honestly.
The best team, the supposed best team in Europe.
Yes, so it was a beautiful
night.
They
were the potential world champion until Chelsea changed the script.
Now, because they never beat Chelsea for that Champions League, or else they don't collect.
Okay, so they meet Chelsea for that Champions League.
They will collect.
So why didn't they meet Chelsea in Champions League?
It happens, but maybe just leave it like that. Now, faith carry us go where we won't go, and maybe just push on like that. You understand?
Okay, Dike, on a more serious note now, nobody saw it coming that Chelsea will be that ruthless against PSG.
Honestly, I didn't see it coming. Honestly, to be honest, because the performance was so fantastic that night, and the tactics really work for the coach. It's really worked for the coach. I'm so happy for the young boys, because there's nothing like winning trophy, in a football club.
Especially when it is a special trophy such as the FIFA Football World Cup, and not when it's not the Conference Cup.
Exactly. Why are we talking about the conference? Well, there's not, like I said, there's not like winning a trophy in a club, because the winning culture, the mentality and everything, it increased in the club. You understand? So looking at the performance so far, what do you think about the Chelsea performance that night?
Before I come to that, to you, because you mentioned about the coach tactics.
Yes.
Was it about the coach tactics or the players wanting it all the way?
Well, I'll say the coach tactics, because without the coach tactics in that match, I don't think Chelsea can really bring us something. And also, we understand that the players understand that this PSG side also, they are not shiri, so they have to put in their energy and everything to fight in that match that night. And I'm so happy for Chelsea.
Anyway, what did I say about that game? I think I saw a side I wanted it more. PSG, they were actually under more pressure to fulfill what everybody has been expecting, because everybody expected them to go all out and end the victory. But unfortunately, it didn't happen. And Chelsea came all out and very determined. They showed it clearly that they wanted it more than the PSG. And of course, there's also a place for fatigue and tiredness. It should be expected that the PSG side by now should start showing signs of tiredness and fatigue. And when you come up against a Chelsea that gives extra, I'm not giving them an excuse, but I'm only stating the obvious. Because when you come up against a Chelsea side that gives an extra in that kind of game, it is only obvious for them to expose the tiredness and fatigue on the side of PSG. And not to take anything away from Chelsea.
So you are saying in that PSG side there was fatigue?
It is expected, because I didn't see the usual medicine. Nuno Mendes. You all know what Nuno Mendes brings to the table from that left fullback position. It's one of the reasons why PSG goes all out against the opponents. They couldn't drive forward from that side of the field, because Nuno Mendes was either fatigued or Chelsea just worked on him. And even the midfielders too on that day were not as commanding as they used to be before now, and they didn't allow Chelsea, on their part, didn't allow the midfield to connect, most especially with the wingers. Kvaratskhelia and Due
Do it.
were almost completely silent. They didn't give them the chance to make the menacing runs that they are used to before now. And at the end of the day, they couldn't create much opening for a player like Dembele to. And unfortunately, Luis Enrique couldn't work out a plan B to get inside. But probably before he could think of a plan B, Chelsea
Scott, yeah.
already killed off
So
the game.
a quick one. Look at this young Chelsea side. What do you think Chelsea is going to offer this season? Looking at what we have done so far, don't be. I don't want you to give a sentimental statement or anything about this Chelsea side. What do you think Chelsea side will be coming into the next season? Looking at that win the FIFA Club World Cup.
Well, if I want to be sincere with you, Chelsea fans should not be carried away yet
Okay.
because other sides too are not really sleeping. But in terms of recruitment, I think Chelsea have done a decent business. The inclusion of Pedro
Pedro, yeah.
into that attack, and Delap also came in that game against PSG and showed to us that he's ready to give Pedro a run for his money in that attack. So Chelsea are not going to be lacking when it comes to firepower in the striking position. And of course, the likes of Neto and Palmer are going to be providing a whole lot when it comes to creativity from behind. So you expect, aside some of the inexperience, not very big names in the defensive setup, I think Chelsea should be up for it coming this next season. But make no lie for ourselves, other big teams have not sleep. Look at the Liverpool setup.
Yes.
Even surprisingly too, Arsenal shocked everybody. We are still coming to that. It shocked everybody with the signing of Guekarens. And they've also signed a new defender. Zubimendi is also coming to the fold. I mean, as Chelsea they work, other teams
said they work. No be like.
But with what
No be like.
Chelsea has now, I think they should be competing. If they do not compete this coming season, then Maresca should need to look at himself if he's really up there tactically, because by now Chelsea, people have been condemning the new owners of not doing the right thing. But I think with what we've seen now, with the kind of players Madueke has been shipped out, to many Chelsea fans, he is a liability to that team. That is no longer the case. He has been shipped out and replaced with decent players. And so I think Chelsea should just go all the way and get this one. But what I want us to look away from the Chelsea's side in that work for that World Cup final, and let's look. PSG has been up and running. They've been firing from all cylinders before that final. Everybody expected them to even stroke past Chelsea before that match. And now that the final has panned out the way it did, what do you think it will do to PSG going forward? Don't you think it is the end? It's going to be the end of their sudden dominance under Enrique?
No, first of all, I'll give it to PSG because of what they've done so far. But the lose against Chelsea, will take them back to that drawing board to see what they are missing. Because looking at that match, Enrique doesn't have a plan B, like you said. And then it's also give that body insight of what they need in terms of squad depth. Looking at Joao Neves, Vitina, and Ruben Diaz, the way we run through that midfield was so fantastic. And looking at the bench, it doesn't have that kind of quality. So I think they have to go back to the drawing board and try to get some quality midfielder that will replace.
Do you think it's about not having the enough strength or not the right quality on the bench, or not making use of them the right way before now? Because the likes of Zaire, Emery, Goncalves, Ramos, and Bacola, all of them, don't you think Enrique has not been making good full use of these players until he had his back to the wall?
No, I don't think so because definitely you know the kind of player profile that he has on the bench. You can't compare what Vitina will give you to Zamani Henry will give to in that midfield. So I think to me, I don't think he has that kind of quality in the midfield in depth in there. That's why. Because if you look at that match, you can see there's something missing in that midfield. Because if you look in terms of physicality, Chelsea was above them. Because we have to bring in Ray James and Caicedo for physicality in that midfield, and that's where we got PSG.
And it seems as if they don't even have a solid replacement for the likes of Mendes. Mendes didn't come to the party that day, and there was definitely no suggestion of replacing him because they do not have a solid replacement for him on the bench.
Like I said, they have to go back to the drawing board and get a quality of player in that squad depth right now.
Okay, quickly before we return back to London, with what we've seen in that game, do you see PSG going all the way to defend their European title this coming season?
Honestly, it will be hard because looking at the teams coming to the Champions League, I don't know Shiryu, honestly, because look at what Liverpool have done in transfer. Honestly, and look at Arsenal, the reinforcement that have gone to the attack. It will be a big fight for
and certainly Barcelona is coming with full force.
Yes,
they were very close to it last season.
Yes, definitely. And Barcelona, also Madrid too, won't be left out.
Because Alonso wants to prove a point.
Yes, we also want to prove a point, but to be a very tough one for them. Looking at what they have done so far, the FIFA Club World Cup. So it's up to their board to go back to their drawing board.
Okay, because we don't want this one to be too lengthy. This episode is not going to be too lengthy, so let's go straight. We want to look at the transfer market. We're going to be focusing on that team on the London side. Yes, I'm talking about the Gunners, Arsenal. Before now, there have been criticism right, left, centers. Even on this platform, we also mentioned it that Arsenal have not been proactive enough in the transfer market like we expected, especially with one very, very vital, important, sensitive position, which is the striker's position. Everybody felt that in the moment the transfer window opens, Arsenal should be going all out for almost all the strikers in the transfer market. And finally, Arteta and the Arsenal's board have answered us in flying colours. Here comes one of the hottest property, one of the hottest products when it comes to the striking position. Talking about them, Gyökeres, formerly of Sporting and Lisbon. How will you rate Arsenal with this kind of swoop?
First of all, I'm not even happy for them because I don't want any good thing coming to Arsenal. I don't want that.
I never see this kind of bad mind.
I don't want that. At the end of the day, as a football lover,
it is good for football.
Yeah, it is good for football, especially to the fans.
But it's not good for the Chelsea Arsenal rivalry.
Exactly. Anything good, I don't want to Arsenal. I don't want
anything good on the blue side too.
I don't give back Global Cup, so it's left to them. It's left to them. Well, as a football lover, I'm happy for them. That great talent, coming to the Premier League. It will be a good one to the footballing fans, to the footballing world, especially in England and especially in London. And to be a very good one for the Gunners, with Madueke also coming into the attack force. Finally, they have a replacement for Saka, and also it will be a very good one for their fans because there will be something.
Quickly because of time. As Arteta now looks like he really means business going into the next season.
It's not left for him. You understand? It's not left for him because now we have seen that the board.
It's left for him. I don't understand. He signed very decent signings. There's a new defender now. There's a Zubimendi coming into the midfield, and there's Gyökeres of all the strikers. In fact, of all the strikers available in the transfer market, Gyökeres should probably be leading the line. And they've gotten that striker, and you are saying he's left to him.
Yes, now because as a coach, now you go know where and the tactics to benefit that player.
Leave tactics alone now. At least with that signing, it shows that it means business going to next season.
Like I said, it's left for him. If you like, maybe you use them right. If you like, maybe it's left for them. Like I said, as a Chelsea fan, I don't want good for them.
Okay, in all of this now, Madueke, what does Madueke add to this whole setup? Now, when they signed Madueke, everybody was talking about they don't know what they are doing. Instead of them getting a striker, they are talking about the Madueke. But now they've gotten a striker, and Madueke is already there. What will that be adding to their setup?
Honestly, Madueke coming is a pacey winger, with his kind of quality and his potential. It will be very good for the Arsenal attack because looking at the bench, you have Martinelli and Trossard. Then looking at the bench and you see Madueke coming in, it will be something great in the attack force.
Finally, they have at least the potential replacement for Saka.
Exactly. So definitely, I'm happy for Arsenal fans.
So they should be competing, yes, positively for the Premiership and of course the Champions League.
Honestly,
they have no excuse now.
Last 2-3 seasons they have been competing very great, but Arsenal is Arsenal. They will still bottle it. You understand? Hoping this season with their striker Madueke, I will still hope they will bottle it. But at least with this kind of quality they have, at least they should be getting one or two trophies.
What is the chances of them bottling it this season compared to when they do not have this kind of setup?
Yeah, now looking at this kind of beautiful setup, I would say they have just like slightly, let me say 25%. But Arsenal will be Arsenal. They will still bottle up.
So if they do not win anything tangible, what should Arsenal be doing with Arteta?
I think he should get a sack.
He deserves a sack if he doesn't win something because if you're talking about the enabling environment, talking about the right materials, he doesn't have excuse concerning that.
No. Yeah, because right now it is time because big teams are known for the trophies they are winning. If they are not getting the trophies now, then what is left for them after so many years? So I think if Arteta doesn't get a trophy with this current Arsenal squad, he should be sacked.
You can't have that kind of a team at your disposal and still sign certain go-carriers to lead the attack for you and not win.
Honestly, okay.
What represents a tangible trophy?
What do you say?
What represents a tangible trophy?
I won't say FA Cup because now they are above that standard. If Crystal Palace can win a FA Cup with that kind of thing, what will Arsenal win a FA Cup?
I'm satisfied.
No, they have to go for the Premier League or the Champions League.
Anything aside that?
Anything aside, my brother,
it's a disappointment.
Only a disappointment.
Okay, that's going to be the size of this episode of international football by the special grace of God. When we come back, we shall be looking at another team's business in the transfer market and what it is going to transform into when the season opens. And I think our focus should be towards the Manchester side. Manchester United, it look as if it be like say they no one come out for 15 again this coming season. But till then, I remain my humble self, Samu Sport. DK.
This is your boy DK, your favorite presenter, your favorite sport analyst. Please, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our content. Thank you.
All right, till we meet again, keep enjoying football.